The grandest event in the history of pool is about to reach its dramatic final act. Hello and welcome to our championship table coverage of the International Pool Tour's King of the Hill Invitational 8-Ball Shootout. Matt Vasgersian along with IPT founder Kevin Trudeau and 8-time world champ Laurie John Jones. Kevin, this is it, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Well, it's really the biggest event in pool history. We have the two greatest players on planet Earth playing for the first time in a championship match for the biggest prize money in pool history. Anything can happen. You know, half the people think Mike is the greatest player, the other half think Efren is the greatest player. We're in for something that is unprecedented in the world of pool.
Well, Laurie John, you've been at many final tables in your long, illustrious career. You know both of these players well. How do you break down this match?
Well, this is going to be such an exciting match. You have Mike Sigel, who has the bigger break, and you have Efren Reyes, who's a great shot maker. On the other hand, you have Efren, who's been playing in the tournament for the week, and Mike, who has been sitting around just waiting. I mean, he's been practicing, but he's been waiting, so it's going to be an exciting match.
Well, let's see what the players think about it and check in backstage with our colleagues, starting with Rebecca Grant, who's with the King.
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with reigning King of the Hill, Mike Sigel. It's about 10 years since you've gone up against your opponent, Efren Reyes. How you feeling?
I feel great. I think I'm going to play very well, and I think I have a slight edge. I've beaten him more than he's beaten me, so we'll see what happens.
So word on the street, you changed up some equipment?
Yeah, I changed my brake shaft that's been bending so much. I think it's kind of gotten rubbery, and I put a new shaft on there, and I'm breaking the balls very well, so that's good for me.
All right, well, I wish you luck. Let's check in with the challenger and Danielle Roberts.
Hi, I'm backstage with Efren Reyes. Efren, we're just moments away from the match, and this is the first game of 8-ball you've played against Mike Sigel. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel nervous now because, you know, I don't know if I'm playing good or I'm playing bad. I need lucky to play on.
Now, you've won every big money tournament you've ever played. Do you think there's more pressure on you or Mike today?
I think it's more pressure to me that for the lots of people are watching to me for all over the world. And then everybody, they expected me to win, like in our country.
Well, best of luck to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and pool fans around the world, welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the International Pool Tour 2005 King of the Hill Invitational 8-Ball Shootout. The game's greatest players, Hall of Famers, legendary hustlers, champions both men and women. They've come from the East, West, North, and South. They've come from all over the world with one mission: to win the biggest prize money in the history of pool. Please welcome the challenger. Born in Pampanga, Philippines, he's won the World Cup, the International 9-Ball Tournament, and the World 9-Ball Open. He's a Challenge of Champions winner and one of the most lethal and legendary players in pool history, a Hall of Famer, Efren the Magician Reyes. And now, originally from Rochester, New York, now living in Orlando, Florida, a Hall of Famer, a 10-time world champion, voted the world's greatest living player, presenting the reigning IPT 8-Ball champion of the world, Mike the Mouth Sigel.
Today's referee, Mr. Charlie Ursetti.
The game is 8-ball. The match is 2 out of 3 sets with a race to 8 in each set. Cue ball fouls only, resulting in ball in hand anywhere on the table. You must call every ball in every pocket if it's not obvious. The winning player, has the option to break or have his opponent break. If you make a ball on the break, it's considered an open table and you have a choice of either solids or stripes. You can play caroms and combinations, but you must hit a ball from your group first. The 8-ball is not a neutral ball and you cannot strike it first. Are there any questions? Gentlemen, leg for break. Mr. Reyes wins the leg.
It's the biggest night in pool history. Who will be the new King of the Hill? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rock 'em!
Well, Efren Reyes has won the lag, and he will have the advantage of breaking first.
That's a huge, huge advantage, especially since he doesn't have as big of a break as Mike Sigel.
The winner needs to claim 2 out of 3 sets. Efren Reyes went through 2 days of competition in dramatic style, surviving to get the first crack at the King of the Hill.
Well, he makes the ball in the break, and he has his choice, solids or stripes. It's 8-ball. Once he chooses the group, he then has to clear the table of all those balls, then shoot the 8-ball to win the game.
Right here, he has the stripe balls are in a bad position, or there's two stripe balls that are,
together there.
So I think he's going to go for the low balls right here, starting with the 1 ball.
1 ball in the corner.
Lori, John, talk a little bit about some of the nuances for the uninitiated between 9-ball and 8-ball. If you boil it down, a lot of the players at this event have said what 9-ball is to checkers, 8-ball is to chess. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. 8-ball is there's no luck involved in 8-ball. I mean, you have to run out in 8-ball, and if you run out and if you get bad position on the last ball or something, you're finished. There is no getting it back in 8-ball.
Now, Efren is a Hall of Famer, and the reason he is here is the 42 best players in the world, including all the Hall of Famers, played round-robin matches for the last 4 days. And of all of those players, the best 42 players in the world, Efren came out on top. And that's why he's facing Mike Sigel. And now this is a huge match. It's the match really of the century. It's the match that everyone in pool around the world have been dying to see. Half the people in the world think Efren Reyes is the greatest player who's ever lived. The other half think Mike Sigel is the greatest player that ever lived.
5 in the corner.
Efren Reyes absolutely can do things that I don't think I've ever seen before. That was a great shot.
That was unbelievable. He had to play it off that ball. They call that a carom shot.
Exactly, and the average person probably wouldn't have done that.
3 in the corner.
Couldn't have done it.
Certainly not on purpose. Oh, and he couldn't get it to drop into the corner, so we'll see the king for the first time.
Unbelievable. Lori, what happened here? Was this nerves? I mean, this was not a...
I'm thinking it's just nerves right now. You know what? He jumped up on the shot there. It's definite nerves.
There it is again. Now, it's important that people at home know we're playing on very traditional equipment. The pocket size on these tables are like it was 30, 40 years ago when Fats and Mosconi were playing. They're only 4.5 inches maximum. A lot of the tournaments people see on television today, the pockets are 5 or even 5.5 inches. And Efren would have made that on the easier equipment. This is traditional pool. And that's one of the reasons he missed that ball.
Absolutely. I mean, it hit inside the pocket, if you would notice, but he just didn't hit it in the middle of the pocket.
This is a tough shot for Sigel. Watch this. Oh,
what a good try. He tried to break those 2 balls up right there. That was a fabulous try.
Almost did it.
That's the kind of skill that the pedestrian pool hall player and the guy that plays in the fraternity house and the firehouse is not going to be able to master in a couple of days.
Exactly. There's a lot of people at home right now who would say, gosh, I could have made that 3 ball. But again, tight pockets and the pressure are going to get to the players.
Now, you played Mike in this arena. Let's see what he does here. Then I want you to tell us about the pressure that these players are facing. John.
And Mike tanks one.
That's the pressure right there.
Boy, a couple of Hall of Famers with an early case of the yips.
Now here's... See Kevin if he moves.
4 ball in the corner.
He kind of jumped
I think
up a
he
little.
jabbed a little bit at it. He just didn't have a nice stroke on it.
This is once again not to understate the importance and the significance of this. It's the largest prize pool in the history of the game. And as highly decorated and skilled as these players are, anybody's going to feel a little bit of the heat in a situation like this.
The first 2 racks, you're going to see a little bit of the jitters. Once they get over that, the match is going to go fast.
Well, I remember you, Lord John, in your match against Mike Sigel in the first ever IPT event, saying that you were as tight as a drum through the almost first full game.
Probably for the whole match.
8 in the corner.
For the game.
Look at
that.
Now, it's important that people at home know that when you win a game, the person who won, in this case Efren, he has the choice. He can either break or let his opponent, Mike Sigel, break. Now, why would he not want to break the balls, Lori?
He would not.
Is there any reason why he would pass the break to Mike Sigel?
Never.
Never.
Never. You would never pass the break. I mean, when you win, it's very important. You know, obviously, he had a chance to run out that first time, Efren, and he did not do that, but he had that opportunity.
Each player with a miss in this first game, and as we talked about, nerves, perhaps a little tightness playing a role.
Set 1, game 2.
I think they jabbed at both of them.
Yeah, Mike didn't stay down.
So Reyes with his second break. And this time nothing drops. So an open table for the king.
Now, Mike Sigel was voted the greatest living player in the world by Billiards Digest magazine. And a lot of Efren fans weren't happy with that because, again, half the planet thinks Efren's the greatest living player. But, you know, Mike hasn't played competitively in 10 years. He pretty much retired from the game. Efren, of course, has been playing competitively for the last 10 years. And Efren has yet to lose when big money's on the line. He's won every single big money tournament in the last 10 years. Now, of course, Mike wasn't in those competitions. But Efren is certainly a pressure player.
Absolutely. They've met many times over the years, too, before Mike retired. And Mike has a very good record on Efren.
Well, in so much as this match is concerned, Mike could be playing to an argued disadvantage in that, as the king, he hasn't had to go through the field. He doesn't necessarily have a quote-unquote tournament stroke right now because all of his racks have been practice racks, whereas Efren has had 2 full days of competition.
Absolutely. You know, even though he's played on this table and practiced on this table all week, there is nothing like being under the pressure. You have to be under the pressure.
If you have an option, Lori John, would you rather be the king and have people coming at you fresh, or would you rather be out there playing in the field to have your stroke down?
I'd have to say playing in the field. Get my jitters out in the beginning and come on and play that final.
Now, I talked to Efren earlier in the practice room. He had just flown in from Japan for this tournament, and he played, 2 full 12-hour days, 5 matches each day, 2 days in a row. And I asked him how he was feeling, and he said tired. He said he only slept 4 hours last night. He couldn't sleep. He said he was, excited for the tournament, but also the jet lag and the fact that he's been on his feet playing for, 12 hours, 2 days in a row. He's tired. Mike is fresh, but of course that could mean he's, maybe not in stroke.
Both, you know what? There's a disadvantage in both in that spot because when you are in the finals, it is hard to sleep. I can definitely attest to that. you can't go to sleep, the night before, and you wind up getting only 4 hours sleep. Mike's chosen the low balls. The only thing Mike has to worry about is the 11 ball and that 8 ball are frozen together.
And again, for the uninitiated, it's not just a question of one shot at a time. When you play at this level, players like Sigel and Reyes are constantly thinking about the next shot.
Absolutely. If you just heard Mike, Mike just made a comment after he made the 2 ball. He said, I should have hit them after the 2 ball. That was stupid. I mean, that's what he just said, and he wanted to break out that 8 ball right then.
5 ball.
Now, where does he want to leave the cue ball after this make?
He's going to shoot the 1 ball next. Or possibly the 3 ball and break them up now and then the 1 ball.
It's either the bank or the bust.
Yeah, see?
Exactly as you described, yeah.
I can't believe that.
That's the problem with 8 ball. People don't understand. You know, 9 ball is dictated 1 through 9. There is no choice on what to play. But in 8 ball, when you come down to you know, 2 balls being tied up, you've got to break those out in the beginning, because if you wait till right now he's in a tough spot here.
Well, I'm gonna go for the bank. He may win yet.
Now he's talking about banking the 8.
Yes.
He's figuring he's going to clear his last 2 balls, and he's figuring that he has to bank the 8 for the win.
So he'll play the 1 ball.
1 ball.
Come down for the 3 ball.
Leaves himself in a great position as well.
I try and break it except for that ball.
And what he's talking about there, he would try to break them up, but there's no guarantee that he's going to get a shot on the 8 ball, because the 14 ball's in the corner and the 13 ball's in the corner. So he's choosing the right shot
Bank it here.
Yeah, now he's got to go to
this cross side.
A tough shot. You know, you could make this 10 times in a row or miss them 10 times in a row.
To tie the set.
Nope.
Oh, he missed.
Goes long every time, huh?
Wow.
Here it is.
And that's just a miss. And you can't.
What's he referring to when he says it goes long every time?
Well, that time he did not go long. He actually went short. If he wanted to go long on the bank shot.
Well, I think what he was saying is, because he was practicing on this table earlier, it was going long every single time.
Every time.
So he was assuming it was going to go long, and all of a sudden, boom, it goes short.
And that's something that we talked about before, Kevin, was practicing in the morning before the people enter and before the camera lights are on, changes the table.
Efren could go up 2-0 here.
Well, Mike Sigel was an 8 ball away from tying up this first set at 1 game apiece. He's left a rather full schedule of balls for Efren Reyes. But as we've seen too many times in this series, Reyes only needs 1 opportunity so often. And the king is hoping he didn't leave a wide open table.
14.
1 foot on the ground, makes a difficult shot.
See, now that was very bad position there, Matt. He came up very short on that shot, to where now this is, instead of being an easy shot, it's just a little bit more difficult.
Making it look easy, however.
He's known as the magician because when he does get out of position, he comes with these incredible shots.
He makes anything. He makes impossible shots. I've seen him do things that you can't do.
9 in the corner.
Boy, Efren Reyes began this with all 7 of his strike balls on the table. Mike Sigel again just the 8 ball away from tying up the set at 1 game apiece. Instead, he's looking at the very real possibility of falling behind the magician 2 games to none.
8 ball on the side.
And Efren is going to keep the break. And you know, I watch Efren in the games. You know, he can break and run 5 or 6.
Game 2.
2-0 Reyes.
You know, Efren on the internationalpooltour.com website, Efren is a huge favorite all around the world. 92% of the people said they think Efren's going to win because he's been playing for 10 years and Mike hasn't. But I'll tell you what, yesterday, Mike went on the main table for practice and broke and ran 8 games in a row, never missed a ball.
So that's a good point, though, Kevin. The fact that Mike had been retired for 10 years, and he's been playing 2 to 3 hours a day in preparation for the IPT. but there's nothing like tournament experience, and he hasn't had a lot lately.
It's like Laura John, you just said, it's the pressure.
It is the pressure.
Set one, game three.
It does make a huge
Reyes
difference.
Leads 3 games.
Whether you're playing in tournaments versus practicing at home or playing in local tournaments. There's something different about this atmosphere. You have to get over that.
Now, Efren made a ball. And not that, again, for those people at home, when you make a ball in the IPT Tour, you have your choice. You can either choose solids or you can choose stripes, even though he only made 1 ball. He has the choice.
Again, the balls are breaking up very good all the time, but you still have some balls that are tied up that are an issue. The 3 ball and the 10 ball are near
14.
each other.
Is there an advantage to one player having more time on the table early to conquer that case of the yips that we saw so clearly in the first game?
Well, it's interesting you asked that. Mike told me that the first game kind of sets the precedent of the whole entire match. And when I played Mike
13
and missed a shot in the first game, and he won that first game, kind of set the precedent. And his words might come back to haunt him.
Yeah, he missed that shot. He didn't stay down. He's been working on that. He didn't stay down.
12 ball.
We're really seeing the contrasting styles of these two Hall of Famers as well.
Ball.
Efren, very workmanlike, rarely talking at the table. Mike Sigel, as chatty can be.
He doesn't like this.
Well, I don't know if he was trying to come back to break the 10 and the 3 ball up, or he can possibly make it somewhere. I guess it goes in the corner. Yeah, it goes in the corner.
Fans really appreciating the work of the magician here, including some celebrities who are with us. Joey Fatone, formerly of NSYNC, a big Broadway star now, and Debbie Gibson.
8 ball in the corner.
Three nothing Reyes. Well, the magician has pulled about a half a rabbit out of his hat early in this one. You know, to carry over what you were talking about earlier, Lori John, in regards to the first game, the first set of this match, Mike Sigel also said was crucial. I mean, he's never lost by losing 2 sets. He's never lost a final table. But you go down 1-0 in a best of 3.
Nerves are going to take over. You know, he has to really step up to the plate now. He has to actually really perform more so than if he won that first game, or you know, if it was a tie game right now.
Well,
all the pressure's on him.
Not only is it the biggest payday in pool history, but
set 1, game 4.
But you got 100. All the Hall of Famers are here watching this tournament.
Mine's going straight inside. What is this?
I was just going to mention that Mike just said that one ball, it's like that second ball is going right in the side pocket every time. That's the ball that I make when I break, and it's just the way you hit them.
They both went in. I had him 100 miles an hour to do that.
Well, Efren keeps the break once again. Well, you almost get the sense that after that early miss, Reyes is back to his automatic self.
God, I couldn't get one of these to start with.
Those are the grousings of a very nervous King of the Hill, folks.
1 in the corner.
You know, the men talk about, you know, the break being the biggest thing, but even though Efren is not, maybe the power isn't behind his break as much as Mike's, but he's hitting the ball so solidly, and the cue ball's ending up in the middle of the table that he's getting a shot, and the balls are, you know, that one ball's going in the side pocket every time. And Efren's loosening up. Look at his stroke.
Oh, believe it. Smooth as glass. And meanwhile, Mike Sigel's thinking about buying one of those trucker's cushions for his chair.
4 in the corner.
Well, this is the kind of form that Efren Reyes has shown all throughout this event.
5 in the corner.
Well, Efren Reyes right now, unless something dramatic happens, he looks like he's going to take the first set.
Look, he could break and run the next game.
Very easily.
8 this side. Game 4.
Tell you what, Sigel is sitting there shell-shocked right now.
I'm about to shoot again.
Did you hear what he just said? He said, I don't think I'm going to shoot again.
That's exactly right. It's a tough thing being in the seat, not knowing what's going to happen. You know, if you're ever going to get up and be able to shoot again.
2 games, I couldn't get out there if I banked the 8. Son of a gun.
He's given us a pretty good running soundtrack as well.
Still jarring away. He's got a couple cornermen there that he talks to. He's got Billy Cardona, who's on the IPT tour, and also his longtime friend and fellow Hall of Famer Nick Varner.
So Reyes up
Game 5.
4 games to none.
Now let's look at this one ball, the head ball. See if it goes in that side again.
It's not the one ball I don't think it's going. It's that second. Okay, that was different. It was that second ball that was going.
Mike finally gets a chance to shoot. Where are the problems here, Louis John?
Right there. The 10 and the 11 ball. Those are the only 2 balls really that are possibly an issue. Everything else is fairly open.
Fans encouraging Sigel to, quote, talk it out and let him get comfortable here.
Boy.
Let's listen to what he has to say. He usually commentates his own table.
Well, you know, this is not an easy run out. You know, he doesn't have a great opening shot.
Solid, to be honest.
I mean, if you really look, he just said he wants to make a solid. He wants the solids, but he can't make one.
I don't want to shoot the 7 first.
He's got a tough shot. You want an easy shot for your first, you know, sitting for 4 games. You want an easy shot, and Mike right now does not have one. So he has to come with a good shot, stroke through, stay down. He's going to shoot the 14 right now.
So he's picking stripes, which is what he didn't want.
It's not that stripes are bad. Solids are just a little bit.
Boy, it's got to be a trick shot here, right?
Solids are a little more wide open.
You don't sense any comfort at all with Mike Sigel right now.
Well, like I said, the rack, it could have gone a little bit better for him.
He's going to run out of cute shock the way he's going.
1 more second here.
Do you see what he's doing? He's looking at a pinpoint spot so he can shoot the 11 ball in the corner pocket.
I know that. That has got to be the right shot there. I'll play the 7.
7 in the corner.
He's changed his mind.
He's changing his mind.
This is a hard shot.
Very difficult
This
shot.
is a very difficult shot. So he's been sitting in his chair for the last 15 minutes watching Efren run out, and now he's got a really hard shot to keep going. Otherwise, Reyes gets in, runs the table again.
But it's the right shot.
Nope.
No good.
And he can't get it to run down the rail. Wow.
Now, again, tight pockets. There it is.
Can't get started.
He had a very difficult. Very
All
difficult.
that's got to do is drop. You know what I mean?
Table is still open.
Tight pockets and tight player, Kevin.
If I get tied up, I lose the game. I mean, I just can't get loose.
He needed an easy shot on that shot. If he shot the 14 ball, the odds of him getting out, if he didn't get perfect to shoot that 11 ball, he was finished anyway. So he chose the right shot.
An open and friendly table for Efren Reyes with a number of easy shots to choose from here to start.
That wasn't that tough. All I got to do is hit it decent. I'm happy. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Whatever. I know. I can't get nothing to get going with.
Mike Sigel sounds like we pulled him right out of a Sopranos episode. What are you going to do, huh?
He's been doing that his whole life.
Efren Reyes' whole life has been devoted to pool. And as is the case with so many of the players in the IPT from the Philippines, guys, you know, they'll play all day, all night, for days and days at a time.
They live in the pool room, sleep under the table.
You know, when you look at the 3 players who were the possible, players to go against Mike Sigel, they were all Philippines.
That's right. Francisco Bustamante, Marlon Manalo, and of course Efren Reyes.
7-ball in the corner.
Two misses so far by the reigning king of the hill, Mike Sigel. And as hot as Efren Reyes is running, he just can't afford to give him that many more second chances.
The good part about this format is it's best 2 out of 3 sets.
Right. It's the first player to win 8 games wins the set. But you have to win 2 of 3 sets.
The nice part about the second set is like it's like a brand new thing.
6-ball on the side.
So the players should come out refreshed.
Lori, John, let me ask you this. Between sets, would Mike consider going to a practice table just to shoot a little bit? Because he just hasn't been on his feet much here in this match.
No, I think Mike knows he's ready. He just needs a shot. He needs a straight-in shot in the corner pocket or in the side pocket, something easy to start a momentum.
For a 5-0 lead in this very important opening best-of-3 set.
Game
5-0 Reyes.
5-0. Efren's on fire. But sometimes the balls lay funny. Now they're racking the balls. They're using what's called, this is the International Pool Tour official rack. It's a Sardo rack. And it guarantees that all the balls are frozen together, touching one another. So that way you can't get a sloppy rack. Every rack is exactly the same, so it's fair for all of the players.
It's a fabulous rack, and it truly works.
I mean, what is it? I can't get on another ball for the 14. I mean, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? It's only make 3 in a row. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean? It's looking to make 3 in a row, that's all. It's a different rack again. Look at this, unbelievable, kicked in.
Reyes will keep the break again. So in 4 of the 6 breaks, he has kept possession, if you will. Only twice did he not sink a ball.
The setup here, fairly open. He's probably going to take the low balls because the 3 ball is blocking the 10 ball. He can play the combination of the 7 ball into the 1 ball in the corner pocket. And everything else is fairly wide open again.
Efren is not known as one of the best breakers in the world. He has a good break.
4 ball.
But he's breaking very well today. He's making a ball on his break, moving the balls all over the table, spreading them out, which is allowing him to run the table. And sometimes the balls, you know, just run a little funny.
5 ball.
Well, you know what? Some tables, too, do not like hard breaks, if that makes sense. You know, the atmosphere, sometimes you have to break them a little softer in order to get everything not
7
tied
into the
up.
1.
So you're shooting the combination now, 7 into the 1. Great shot.
Perfect.
7 in the corner.
Now the magician's still rolling. And now just an 8-ball away from a 6-0 lead.
Well, this isn't the easiest shot in the world, is it, Laurie John?
No, it's not, because the 10 ball, he's got the 10 ball. He has to maneuver around that 10 ball. Again, nothing.
He's known as a shot maker, and there he is. He's known as that was not a very easy shot at all. And he just fired that in.
And folks, we could really be lulled to sleep in making this, in thinking this is easy, because the magician is absolutely rolling right now.
Well, he's on the roll, and Mike is just sitting there getting cold, getting stiff, and getting even tighter. Here's this shot.
Split the pocket, just right in there. Great shot.
Of the 7 wins that Efren Reyes recorded to get to this championship King of the Hill match, 2 of them came via shutout. Shutouts over Hall of Famers Robin Dodson and Buddy Hall.
Yeah, I mean, Buddy Hall still plays. He just won a tournament. And to blow out 8-0 Buddy Hall, that was an impressive feat, to say the least.
Like you said, Kevin, though, he is known as a money winner. So when the cash is high...
Well, Mike may have a chance here.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, he flew out of the chair.
Which is good, but Mike needs to slow down right now. Look at the table.
This table is wide open, right, Laurie John?
Yeah, this table, he's going to shoot the 11 ball right here in the corner pocket, okay, right now. And what that's going to do is that's the shot he needs, not a difficult shot.
11 ball in the corner.
He's going to just come out. He's going to shoot the 11 ball. He's going to come out for in the middle of the table.
Bounce.
And he didn't hit it very well. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, don't tell me I can't hit the 9.
He can't hit the 9.
You can't hit the 9.
He can't hit the 9.
This is unbelievable here. This is, what's the deal here now? Tell me what's going on here today. Look at this. I mean, what's going on here? Huh? I can't make 1 in a row. It's unbelievable. All I got to do is get a shot on one of these 3 balls. I mean, it's like a throw-in. Then I got to come with this. Where's that going to go? I can't make 2 in a row yet. Yeah, you like this so far, huh? Well, looks pretty good over in that section, huh? This ain't over by a long shot. Don't worry about it. Just let me make 2 in a row. That's all I want to make is just 2 in a row. That's all I'm hoping for. It's all right. This set ain't over with. If I could make 2 in a row. I mean, I got to backward cut everything. Well, I got to play to 14. I mean, where's this going to hit? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I hope I make it, but I wouldn't hold my breath here. That's all I can tell you.
If he tries a shot, that's the only one he has.
He doesn't even have the whole pocket to shoot at. He's only got half of the pocket to shoot at.
Which, again, with 4.5-inch pockets are not a lot of room for error.
Not even close. Get in there.
Oh, and a scratch on top of it. Just to salt up the wound.
Punching every ball. I mean, what is this? Just didn't even stroke that either.
Did he pick up again there?
He made 2 in a row
He picked up and he did not stroke the shot.
Punched the ball.
He punched the ball. He did not stroke the shot.
Misses and scratches. Ball in hand now for Efren, which means he can put the ball anywhere on the table.
2 ball in the corner.
And everything's wide open. Again. When Mike hit the first shot, the 11 ball, from sitting 5 games, 5 straight games, 6 games, is it 6?
Yeah, it's 5.
5 straight games. From sitting 5 straight games, he could not even stroke the ball hard enough to get it into the middle of the table.
3 misses in 6+ games by the current King of the Hill, and he's very much in jeopardy of going behind 7-0 in this first game.
Just make it and wind up in the jaws. What am I going to shoot? You know what I mean? You got to like force it over here and here. You know what I mean?
He's talking to longtime friend Nick Varner, Hall of Famer.
Over here, I had to go like this. Of course, I could have played the 15. I could have just eased it down, maybe. You're right.
4 in the corner.
What do you say if you're his corner man? If you're in Mike Siegel's corner now, you want to make him feel good. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're right, Mike. You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, you have to do that. You know what? If you're a corner man, you've got to pump up the person that you're trying to inspire. You know, you don't want to tell him that he's doing things wrong, and you need to pump him up.
Not the time for hard instruction, I suppose.
Definitely not the time.
Efren obviously is incredibly confident right now. He feels good, and again, he's been playing against the best players in the world for the last 2 days. He's played 10 matches in 2 days against the best players in the world. So he's, you know, they call it having the numb stroke. He's like in dead stroke right now and very confident.
5 in the corner.
You know, a statistic that happened yesterday, Marlon Manalo, almost went to this tournament undefeated.
That's right.
And Marlon had Efren 4-0, and Efren beat him 8-4.
Came back to win, exactly. And you know, Marlon was playing like God up until then in the tournament.
3 in the corner.
Played 16 matches without a loss. Came up against Francisco Bustamante, lost a heartbreaker, and then against Efren. And whoever won that match was coming into this tournament.
Well, he's got a layup with the 8 ball here.
Take a commanding lead. He missed. Oh, almost missed that ball.
Game, Mr. Reyes.
7-0 for the Magician, and this gets back to something we touched on earlier, Laurie John, the fact that Efren Reyes is a big money player, and there has never been money bigger than the money here at the King of the Hill Shootout.
No, and he would sure like to get his hands on $200,000.
That ball just missed. I mean, that just went in. Watch this again. It goes right to the half the pocket.
I actually did not like his stroke on that shot.
No. You know, people don't understand the pressure. You know, every Hall of Famer is in the audience watching this. 150 of the best players in the world are here from all over the world, from Europe, Asia, all over America. 30 countries are represented in the audience to watch this historic match. But, you know, Mike can easily break and run 8 ball.
Leads 7 games to none.
But this game, if he breaks and run outs, he wins the first set.
And for the second straight break, nothing drops for Reyes.
That's what Mike
and look at this.
Those 2 balls are tied up.
And that's the cue.
Tell me how tough this game is. Now, how do you like this action, huh? You know, here's the funny thing is I feel like I'm playing perfect. I ain't made 2 in a row yet. Figure that. That's the truth. Right? I mean, that's how I feel. Can't make 2 in a row yet. I know I can run 8 racks on this table. I mean, I've done it before. If I can make 2 in a row, that's all I'm looking for. Now I'm looking to make 1. Forget about 2. Just 1 this time.
This is how Mike loosens up.
This is the most amazing game you've ever seen right here. Like that, I can promise you. And look how open they are. I mean, you know. I did something wrong. I don't know what it is.
The 2
I got to shoot from here, right? Can't pass? Play safe. Yeah, where? The Magician. Where am I playing? Where am I going to put it? Yeah. This is unbelievable here, I'll tell you that right now. I don't even know how do you play safe? This guy ain't missing a ball. Where am I going to put him here? I ain't going to do that. You can't. I'm shooting at something.
I mean,
I'm going to have to bank the 1. What am I going to do here? Unless, huh? Might as well get all the air time I can here.
This is the cue ball right here. This is the cue ball.
Yeah, it's stuck.
That is unbelievable.
I mean, talk about.
I got to bank it.
Talk about the.
I hope I don't scratch. If I scratch, then they really, huh? I mean, I got to hit it. I can't hit it with left.
When luck is going for you, you just.
I mean, I could stick them here.
There's nothing you can do.
Sometimes the balls just roll funny.
I'm going to make something. I could tie up to 6. I ain't going out safe play. I'm shooting at something. All right, I'll bank it. Here.
One ball cross corner.
Now, if Mike makes this,
like 20 to 1.
Is that his best shot, Lori John?
Is his only shot.
I mean, that's the only.
this is his only shot.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do? What?
There's no
You're shaking your head?
opportunity.
Where's my corner man? Play it. Short. Short, just what I thought. See you later.
You know, he's joking about this on the outside, but he's dying inside.
He sure is. You know, that's really hard. You know, he lets a lot of air out by talking, and that's why he got the nickname the Mouth. When you're ahead of him 7-0, it really doesn't bother you. On the other hand, when you're being beaten by him and he's doing this, it's pretty tough to handle.
Yeah. How's the GLI looking?
That stands for Games Lost Index.
Yes. How about this action? Huh? It's pretty strong here now.
Is this an easy layout for Efren, Lori John?
Yes, it is. He's going to shoot the low balls. Nothing's tied up. Everything has a pocket. I'm looking at the ball. The only area.
One in the corner.
There's 3 solid balls in a row.
Now, I talked to Efren last night after his win against Marlin to get into this final. And he's played Mike before. And I said, how's your record? He goes, Mike has the edge. They're pretty close, but Mike has had the edge in heads-up matches with Efren. But that was in 9-ball and straight pool, not in 8-ball. And certainly not in the last 10 years, because Mike really has been pretty much out of the game for the last 10 years.
But that's why I actually liked Mike in this match, because he was such a great straight pool player. And straight pool and 8-ball are like the chess of pool, where 9-ball is mostly luck.
Just luck or shot making,
yeah.
Right? He's over this ball, not easy.
Well, it's
just barely made that.
Almost a foregone conclusion, barring a miraculous turnaround, that Mike Sigel will be down 1-0, perhaps in moments. What does he need to do, Lori John, speaking of Mike Sigel, to get back in this thing?
He needs to go regroup. I think Mike just needs to take a break. He needs to talk a lot, get it all out of his system, and pretend. You cannot change the past. You cannot change the past. You have to just go ahead. All Mike has to look at is it's a race. You know, he has to win the next 2 sets.
Again, it's never been done before. Mike Sigel has never lost 2 sets to lose at a final table.
7 in the corner.
And the crutch will make its first appearance here. Efren Reyes is very skilled in that particular shot.
And look at this.
This don't have to go. This don't have to go. I'm telling you.
Mike is saying that this does not have to go.
The game and set.
I mean, you just never know.
It's the first set for Reyes.
8-0 shell shot. Sigel shell shot.
Mike, tough first set. What went wrong?
I couldn't get started. I mean, he had an easy run out the very first rack. He misses the ball. I got like a trick shot run out. I make a good shot, the opening shot. If I tickle the 2 balls there, the match is liable to be 8-0 the other way. Everything just went against me. I'm trying to figure. I feel like I'm playing perfect. I feel good. I feel very comfortable, but I can't get started. I mean, I've been playing pool 40 years. I've never seen anything go like that all of a sudden it just looks like a one-man show and there's nothing you can do about it. That's why, you know, that's why this game is the toughest game on the planet.
What do you think it is? Just Efren warmed up?
I don't know. I mean, he just got going, and every time I got up to the table, I had to shoot a real tough shot to get started, or I had no shot, and just everything went 100% wrong. I mean, I got to analyze what I did this morning when I woke up.
Well, best of luck in the next match.
I feel good. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, that doesn't mean anything to me. Everybody knows I'm playing well. If I get started in this match, I win a game even. I mean, you know, it's devastating. I mean, he showed weakness in the opening game. He had an easy run out. He showed weakness there. He didn't get out. I couldn't put the pressure on. The balls were just in such a way that I just couldn't do anything. So, you know, of course, naturally now he's warmed up. I'm still struggling to win a game. But hopefully I play much better this set. Or if I get a chance.
All right, well, best of luck to you.
All right, thanks.
So, Efren, what an impressive set. Were you surprised by the score?
Well, I play good today, you know. Every time I got a shot, I got an easy shot. Even if I play break, you know, if I don't make a ball in a break, he always got no shot. So he can win for that.
Now, Efren, you are just one set away from being named King of the Hill for that $200,000. How do you wipe that out of your mind and just focus on the game?
Well, I still can't get him pressure for that, you know. I'll be happy to get King of the Hill, you know. And not only that, I get $200,000 to go back home.
Of course. Well, thank you.
Gentlemen, flag for break, please. This is set 2. Mr. Reyes leads 1 set to 9.
I don't know if you need any luck, but I'm going to give it to you anyway.
And this is really, Mike has not broken the balls yet, and the break is huge. So this leg,
It's imperative he wins this leg.
Oh, baby.
Oh, man.
Missed it
lost
again.
Gee.
Oh.
Wow.
Now Mike
I'm loose. Don't worry. I'm loose. I'm too loose.
He's got a better
I'm loose.
break
Don't worry, I'm loose.
than Efren, and he's got a brand new shaft on his
All right,
break
let's start
cue.
over.
He had his original
that was
shaft.
the practice round. Now let's play for real.
He had Mike's
That
shaft
was a good
on
practice.
his,
It was good for the television. Now let's play the set.
on his break cue. He's had for 15 years.
That didn't count that match.
Johnny Archer came over his house and was talking
Tune-up.
about it
It
and
was
said,
a
you should
TV.
put a
They
new
had to,
shaft
you know,
on.
do some preliminary stuff.
He put a new shaft on, went out and broke, and
You
ran
like that?
8 in a row.
That's it. You're all smiling over there. Everything's nice, huh? See? You're all smiling.
Well, Mike spent a lot of time between sets telling everybody that it's not a matter of being tight. He feels good. He feels relaxed. He just couldn't get going.
Okay, set 2, game 1.
He might feel a little bit too relaxed, if that makes any sense. He told his wife this morning he wished he was a little bit more nervous.
Interesting.
Well, Mike's going to have an opportunity.
Hey, look at this. Finally, he gets a shot. You know, Mike Sigel taught Tom Cruise how to shoot in The Color of Money. He was good friends with Paul Newman and Tom Cruise. And that was really, if you've seen that movie, The Color of Money, it was the Mike Sigel story. He was the left-handed kid who couldn't be beaten.
A little gambling here.
Was taken on the role by an older player, Larry Hubbard in real life, played by Paul Newman, and was taught how to, quote, hustle. And then, of course, won over 100 professional tournaments, more than any other player. 10-time world champion. He obviously could play pool. Probably better than anybody on the planet, but the first set, he'd never had a ball to shoot at.
No, and he can come back.
13 ball.
All right, here he goes.
I didn't want to do that.
He didn't want to do that.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Jesus.
He was not looking to hit the 14 ball. He was looking to come 2 rails and out, shooting the 9 ball.
Well, in the first set, Mike had more misses than makes.
Yeah, he only made like 2 or 3 balls, missed 4 times. But those 4 misses weren't really misses because they were impossible shots anyway. You know, very low percentage shots. And that really wasn't because Efren did anything special. It was just the way the balls rolled where he didn't have anything to shoot at.
Boy.
What's sad about this is that he made an easy shot. He needed that easy first ball to make. And he did that. And unfortunately, his second shot is very difficult.
Because he got out of position.
Yes.
10 ball.
This doesn't have to go in.
Boy, I like to make this. Come on here. Boom, boom.
Again, this gets back to one of the strategic differences we talked about earlier between 8-ball and 9-ball. Diagramming your entire table is such an important nuance in 8-ball.
This is a long shot. He's got to cut this ball in.
All right, now I got that going too.
And I don't buy for a minute the fact that he says he feels comfortable.
No.
No, he's tight.
He's a wreck right now. He needs to make this 10 ball in the corner pocket with authority, and he needs to run this rack out. And then we'll see the old Mike. Oh, he hit it.
He's made 2 in a row for the first time in the match.
Looked impossible. It's going over with here.
There may be an element of just trying to keep Efren seated for a while here.
Well, I heard him say, someone asked him, you know, run 8 in a row. He goes, I'm just going to win the game.
Right.
All he was thinking about was just winning a game.
Right.
Well, you got to take one ball at a time, one game at a time.
Hold on. I'd like to get this 12 and 11.
I wonder how much of this is just trying to keep Efren off of his feet for a while.
15.
I don't think that much. I think he's really playing the rack cautiously. I think he's just being very cautious.
Not too good, though. Son of a gun.
What he chooses.
That's not too good.
Now, how is that not too good? He left himself a pretty good shot, it looks to me.
That's the average person now. Now, the average person saying, well, that's an easy shot.
Okay.
Well, it is an easy shot, but if you look, the 9 ball and the 14 ball,
boy.
he has to get perfect on that. And the 12 ball, he wanted to get on first.
I see.
So now it's a little bit more difficult than if he got exactly where, a little bit more angle.
And looking 2 shots ahead, sure.
Tricky. I hit this ball here. Well,
he either wanted a little bit more angle to come off the rail, or a little straighter to draw the cue ball back.
I guess.
This is what the average person doesn't understand either, how important position is. If you mess up on your position, if you don't achieve your position, you don't run out.
Yeah, and the position is, after you make the ball in the pocket that you want, where do you want the cue ball to wind up?
I don't think I like that either.
And you move the cue ball around by the speed in which you hit the shot and the English, where you hit the cue ball with the cue stick. Do you hit it low? Do you hit it left, right, high left, high right? How far high right? With what speed? With what
I'm gonna
angle?
Change strategy here.
And this is all the things that a beginning player doesn't do. They just try to make the ball. Mike's not only just trying to make the ball, he's trying to move that cue ball to the exact spot he wants it to go.
And that's the key word, is exact. No. Especially in 8-ball.
I don't like
exact spot. Something that we're watching here too, I appreciate the fact that there is no time clock.
Let's play the 11.
No time shot to where we're seeing thoughts here.
Well, it's like a Tiger Woods lining up a putt.
Play a 12.
Now, he chose this route, even though it's harder, but it's the only way he can get
12 in the corner
on these 2 balls here.
On the, yes, the 14 ball and the 9 ball.
Boy, great shot.
Oh!
Roll, baby.
What a great shot.
That was, did you see how close that came to scratching?
There wasn't a lot of room for him to make that shot in between the 7 ball there.
He had to hit this with a lot of, very firm. Now look how close he came to scratching, but he had to, watch this, he had to play it this way. It was his only chance. That's why I said I got to gamble.
Can I draw that besides the pocket?
9 ball.
Again, we're looking, there's a very little room for error between the 9 ball and the 8 ball to go into that corner pocket.
2 balls to go and the 8 for the win, but not easy at all.
He's going to play the 14 ball in the side pocket.
Couldn't hit it any easier.
Another great shot. This has been a tough course, a very tough diagram on this table for Mike Sigel.
It is. He definitely wanted to.
I couldn't draw it to the rail, I don't think.
He definitely wanted to stop in this position right here. Less angle on the 14 ball. Now he's got a big angle, and again, makes the shot a little bit more difficult.
It's going to hit here. 14.
14 to the side.
Hold your breath on this one.
Hold your breath is right. This is the key shot. He makes this, he wins the game because he can make the 8 pretty easy. He misses this. Efren Reyes, the balls are all laid up. This is the key shot right here. I mean, the pressure's got to be incredible.
Is he at all worried about knocking the 8 ball in here? Because as an amateur professional hacker, that's what I'd be worried about.
No, I don't think it's on the angle to knock the 8 ball. I don't think he has to worry about that. He just needs to worry about making it.
Missed it.
Oh, and he missed it.
Missed it a diamond.
That's the. See if he moves his head. See,
yeah,
he moved it up. He's not staying down on his shots.
I can't. I should have just banked the son of a bitch. I just looked tough to me. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I mean, what is the deal here? I missed it 4 inches. 4 inches, I missed it.
Seemingly 1 or 2 shots away from
4 inches.
Gathering some momentum, and now he has handed the table back to Efren Reyes.
And this isn't automatic.
No, that's actually very
See, look at that.
shot.
See, that wasn't automatic.
And again, Mike pops out of his chair.
Bear down. Well, I'm cutting this in. I don't know what's going to happen. That's what I'm shooting at. I'm playing it over there in that corner.
14 ball in the corner.
I got no clue what's going to happen, but I'm hitting it hard. I can tell you that right now.
Reminiscent of the first game in the first set when both players missed 1 shot each.
Unbelievable. Made a good shot on the 10. I mean, I can't. Play it. 14.
This is a hard shot.
Maybe.
What an incredible shot this will be if he makes this.
This is so hard.
Play it. 14.
And it's 10 times harder in this position because he knows he's got to win this game to get back in this thing.
Now, Mike has to hit this shot hard. He does not want to shoot it soft. He's going to shoot it with authority, come around the table, and get a shot at the 8 ball.
Well, he doesn't look very confident.
That's all I need.
He actually...
I want to win a game. I'm looking to win a game here. That's all. It's 1 game.
This is where he would not want to hit the 8 ball and have the 8 ball go in
right
in the pocket after shooting the 14
that
ball.
That would lose him the game.
Not even.
He did hit that 8 ball, though, afterwards.
Second miss of the game for Mike Sigel.
It looks like he's jumping up a little bit.
Overcut both balls, Mile.
Look at this.
Overcut them diamond.
3.
Now he overcut that 3. He overcut that 14 ball, and the cue ball did hit the 8 ball.
The 8, yeah.
You know, Mike spent a lot of time over the last day or so talking about how much more experience he has at a championship table than the 2 or 3 players that may have gotten the opportunity to knock him off the hill. And so far, he's the one that appears nervous. Efren Reyes, calm and cool as a cucumber.
Well, again, he's calm, though, because he's had the opportunity to shoot.
He's at the table.
Right.
He's making balls.
Right.
You know, when you're making balls, you start building your confidence. Mike has not had... Every shot virtually that Mike has had has been
1 in the corner.
A must-make, super difficult. He hasn't had shots like this, where Efren is making balls and has some easy shots. That builds his confidence up.
Hasn't had any layups. It's really true.
6 in the corner.
Really has been a decidedly different looking and sounding and shooting Mike Sigel than the one that beat you in the first ever IPT event, Lori John.
That's because of nerves.
Your nerves or his?
His now, mine then.
Okay.
Corner side.
You know, Mike told us yesterday that when Efren Reyes first came to the U.S. from the Philippines in the 80s,
in the corner.
he blew through everybody, and nobody could find a way to stop him. Mike Sigel was the first person stateside to beat the magician, and that's why Mike has Efren's respect.
7 ball in the corner.
Well, it's interesting because when they polled players, what player do you respect the most? Efren Reyes, answer, Mike Sigel.
8 ball in the corner.
And Efren Reyes takes the first game in set 2.
And now keeps the break. We have yet to see Mike Sigel break the balls.
I mean, I got to hit the point on the 12. I mean, I made a good shot on the 10. I feel good. I made a hell of a shot there. I mean, I figure that wins me the game. A hair, I get a little straighter on the 9. Even if I get the other angle, I can play it.
The pressure down there, I mean, this arena for pool is unheard of. This money for pool, this tournament, $1 million, biggest prize pool in history.
I made this, and, you know.
$200,000 to the winner.
I just can't get going.
$100,000
I
to
just
second.
don't understand it. I hit the 9 a hair too hard. I'm going to just roll it in easy. I mean, I didn't hit it hard. I mean, that was, you know, just roll it in, get a little straighter on the foot. But even if I make the 14, I don't think I got a shot anyway. I'd rather do that than bank it. I made a bank.
On the left is
yeah.
Nick Varner. On the right is Billy and Cardona, 2 longtime friends of Mike.
You know, even as cornermen at this point, they just need to keep encouraging him. When you're sitting in the seat and you haven't done anything at the table, when the balls have not really given you a break.
Here's Efren's break. Again, he is not known or regarded as one of the best breakers in the game. But he's making a ball on the break and opening the balls up.
But when he has not made a ball on the break, look at the shots that Mike has had to shoot.
And that's just really been
bad luck.
The way the balls have rolled, yeah.
Well, 10 breaks in the match so far from Efren. In half those breaks, he has dropped a ball and held on to the cue.
But with this format where the winner breaks, anything can happen. If Mike wins a game, he then gets the break, and he could easily run 5, 6, 7 racks in a row.
Again, he's going to shoot the 1 ball.
Oh, wow. Missed a layup there. Another opportunity now for the King of the Hill.
Now, again, this is pressure, isn't it, Lori John?
I don't know if he took his eye off of it or if he just missed it.
Well, you know, Efren, just a month and a half ago, had LASIK surgery on his eyes. He also has a neck problem. He just flew in from Japan. He's been, and the good and the bad news is he's played 10 matches in 2 days, 12 hours a day. Maybe fatigue, maybe the physical things are taking its toll.
This is a huge break for Mike. He's going to kiss it. Oh.
Yeah.
You know, there may be some folks watching this at home that are saying, you know, maybe Mike just needs to get onto the table and make some shots, shoot some shots, quit chatting, quit taking so much time, quit chalking your cue, drop a couple of balls and shut your mouth, and maybe you get rolling a little bit.
To be very honest with you, Mike is having a hard time. He actually, on that first shot, he wanted, I'm almost positive, he wanted to kiss off of the 2 ball.
And move it out.
And move the 2 ball out. He even missed that on a straight-in shot.
Play a 5.
He's absolutely, now look at him. He's got to play he's a mess. He has to play 2 combinations in a row because he got out of position twice.
Right up center of the table. God almighty.
Wow.
What
he miscued?
That was just a complete clank job.
What was that?
I think he miscued.
That was unbelievable.
Well, you got to. Mike Sigel needs to take a seat, close his eyes, put himself into his happy place for a little while, and completely regroup, because he just flat tanked that last shot. You know, this is a Hall of Fame player, voted as the greatest living pool player.
Here's Renee Sigel, Mike's wife.
14.
14 ball.
I can't hit the 2, I'm going to hit the 4 clean, I can't hit the 5 with the 2. I don't understand what's going on. I just don't
13 to the side.
You start freewheeling. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, and once again, in very similar fashion as to the first set, Efren Reyes taking advantage of some miscues.
Mike's in the corner saying that he has to just start freewheeling a little bit, and he does, because he's so tight that he's almost. Now, I've been there. You almost go blind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did say, I was correct. He did want to hit the 2 ball.
Right.
He on
missed
a
it by
straight
a mile.
shot didn't even come close.
Didn't come close.
So you almost go blind in some spots. You lose all perspective.
Well, it's like a golfer over a 2-foot putt, which he'll make 100 times out of 100 and lip out or miss it by a mile. And you think, how could he miss that? He's a professional. And the answer is the nerves, the pressure, all the muscle fibers begin to tighten up.
It's very difficult when you are tight to loosen up, to freewheel, as Mike put it. Because when you start, you want to freewheel, but then you might hit a ball right into the rail. Obviously, he did not want to hit that 7 ball.
Ball.
A lot of material here on this shot for Reyes.
Now, these are the two, really, the 2 greatest players on the planet.
12 in the corner.
Bar none, because when you ask the average person, you know, or actually the pros, the peers, on who the best players are, these 2 names come up all the time.
Okay.
And Mike Sigel is yet to win a game 2-0 in this second set.
Now, over the last 3 days at this tournament, we've seen players down 7-2 in a race to 8. Karen Corr, for example, was down 7-2 against Nick Vandenberg. Came back to win 8-7. So we've seen players all throughout the week come back from huge deficits, 6-0, even 7-0, to come back to win 8-7. But they haven't been under this much pressure in this setting.
Right.
Do you think Mike has that? Can he overcome the pressure?
There's no question in my mind that Mike can overcome the pressure. He needs one game. But I think he's putting too much pressure on that one game.
Right.
He just needs to freewheel it and have fun. And he's going to get another. Oh,
yep, makes the ball.
I thought he was going to get another opportunity there.
Every rack looks so good, and I can't run out.
Well, once again, to bring folks back in statistically, Mike Sigel in 10 games so far has missed 7 shots, really uncharacteristic.
There weren't 7 easy shots either, and that's really the challenge. Mike's shots that he's had that he did miss were all these really difficult shots. And you had the pressure. You know, even the greatest players in the world, like we're seeing, can miss those shots. We've seen Efren miss some shots. So there you go. Look at this.
That one did not sound good right off the cue ball. He misstruck that ball.
This is the watch.
I don't understand what's happening. That's the same sound as Mike. Is that a miscue?
Efren was just laughing. Miscue. I'll tell you what, though. Those lights, those cameras, this, you know, the standing room only crowd. Every Hall of Famer is here for the first time in history to watch a pool match, because this is the greatest match. Anything can happen.
Struggling a little.
Do you know what people don't understand also, as a player? When the cue ball is frozen on the rail, I don't care what shot you're shooting, it becomes a difficult shot.
Oh, now look at the shot he's picking.
Oh. Wow. Are you, Lord John, are you surprised he didn't try to shoot the easier ball, the 10 ball?
I'm a little shocked.
I'm just dumbfounded
here right now. Oh, he's just jumping up. He's
dying. But you know, we've seen Efren miss 2 easy shots.
Out of curiosity, though, it was an open table.
It's an open table. He could have picked anything.
So why wouldn't he shoot the 1 ball? Even if the 3 ball, the 3 and the 10 are, yes, they are definitely hooked or trouble balls. But
well, you know, maybe he's just not even thinking. Maybe he thought he was stuck with stripes.
Or perhaps, you know, Mike is he's trying to think so far outside the box to get himself snapped back into consciousness. He wanted to shoot a wild hair and ended up missing.
Stripes are definitely the right shot here because nothing, you know, you can shoot the 10 ball in the side pocket.
Right.
So right there, that would make it a correct choice of balls. But when you have not made a ball yet, I know I would have, and maybe it would have been wrong, but I know I would have shot the 1 ball.
Right.
God, this table's flying over. I can't believe it.
I almost don't think Efren can believe this. I mean, if you would have said this outcome right now.
Clunk.
Do you hear that? It's something's either wrong with his cue stick.
14.
Something just doesn't sound good.
That last shot sounded a little cleaner, a little more pure. He's got himself in a pretty good position for that ball in the corner pocket. As he drops the 12 ball.
That was a beautiful stroke there. He hit the ball with high left-hand English, or middle left-hand English, or right-hand English, came 1-2 rails, and beautiful, beautiful line there.
Yeah, that's called reverse English. A lot of people at home may not realize just how incredibly difficult that was to make the ball. He needed to use that reverse English to put the cue ball there, so he has a shot here.
Drops the 14.
And he's right in position. That was beautifully done.
8 1/4.
And now it's
3-0 for Efren Reyes.
11 straight games.
And Mike Sigel has had his share of troubles as we revisit some of his less than memorable shots in this rack.
Again, tough shot.
I just tried to cinch the ball, and I don't know what.
Another long toughie.
That was the unusual decision there with the open table.
But look, he's not following through. He's not staying down.
Being afraid to overcut.
Again, Mike Sigel, the reigning king of the hill, one of the most decorated players in the history of pool, has never lost at a final table in a 2-out-of-3 set tournament.
And Efren Reyes has never lost.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like embarrassing. Is what it is.
Set 2, game 4.
He's never lost when the big money's on the line.
And Mike knows he's just not representing himself well today.
Right.
2 balls dropped for Reyes on that break.
Mike's saying it's embarrassing, and when you get to that point where you just want to crawl under the table and die, it's hard. It really is hard to come out of it.
Trailing 3-0 in what is an elimination set for Mike Sigel.
The tables used are the official table of the International Pool Tour, the IPT, manufactured by Diamond. With the traditional size pockets, which are smaller. The cloth is official International Pool Tour tournament cloth, which is a nap cloth. It's slower than a lot of the worsted cloths being used in a lot of tournaments and tours. The balls are IPT tournament balls. Chalk is International Pool Tour tournament chalk. The finest equipment's being used here. toughest conditions, tougher than any condition in a pool room, generally speaking.
2 in the corner.
Now, Lori John, is Efren going to have any trouble with that cluster of balls in the middle of the table there?
Well, no, because he's the magician.
A normal human may have.
He's got the 4, 7, and 8 real close to each other. There goes the 4.
Ooh, did he want to do that?
No, he didn't.
He just did this.
He did not want to do
that.
that.
And now this ball, the 8 ball, doesn't really go anywhere.
No, that was definitely not something that he wanted to do.
So he's going to watch for that. He's going to try to probably knock that out somehow.
As you can see, the 7 ball, I don't know if he's going to be able to shoot this 7 in this corner pocket. If that goes, he has that option, or he has this option with this ball in the side pocket.
And it looks like he's chosen the 7 ball. He's got to clear that 12 ball, too, which he does nicely.
Almost missed.
Okay, not an easy shot here. Almost misses that.
Now he has to make a choice on where he's going to make this 8 ball.
Does the 8 ball go anywhere?
No, it doesn't, and that's why I'm trying to figure out which ball he's looking at to possibly hit the 14 or go into the 8 ball to just break them up.
3 ball in the corner.
You know, it seems to look from this match as though when you put Efren Reyes up on 1 foot, he really gets froggy up there and can hurt you, like Cher atop the piano. He props himself up, and he's real good.
That he is. Now, I think he wanted the cue ball. There's no question that he wanted the cue ball to come over here instead of where he is, so he could have had angle on the 6 ball to possibly try and hit the 8 ball.
6 in the corner.
But that did not happen.
He's got to clear that 10 ball, the blue stripe ball, which he does. These have not been easy shots in this rack for Efren Reyes.
If he goes over here too much, he draws into the 10. We got like perfect on it.
5 in the side.
Okay.
So he was trying to get over here so he could play the 8 ball down here.
Yes. Yes.
And he didn't do it, but now
did not do it.
He can still see it, can he?
Does he have any kind of shot there?
Barely. He has to hit this 8 ball first. He cannot hit this ball, the 14 ball first.
Now, if he doesn't hit the 8 ball first with the cue ball, then Mike Sigel has ball in hand.
Yes. But it is not loss of game.
Correct. But Mike Sigel should be able to run these balls.
There's no question.
You would think.
8 in the corner.
Okay, now
this is
magician.
He doesn't have it.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. The pool gods. Unbelievable.
Harry Houdini has taken notice from another world because this magician has quite an act tonight.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, if I can.
Did you see the speed he hit it at?
He couldn't have hit it any hard. Watch this. He had to hit it perfect speed because if he hit it harder, it doesn't go in.
No.
Shot of the day so far.
Unbelievable.
And if you're Mike Sigel, you've got to think that everything has conspired against you now. 4 games to none for the magician.
And even him, look at him, just say, well, what are you going to do?
He did not even think that was going to fall.
Game 5.
That was the shot of the match.
Again, to refresh you, Mike Sigel is yet to break in the match. He'll have an open table here once again, however.
However,
But look at when he gets an open table. Look at the table.
you've got the 11 ball is tied up with
You got
the 6
these
ball.
balls tied up. These are tied up. These are tied up. Mike says, "I want to sit down. I don't want to shoot this." This is what Mike's thinking right now. Is he's going, "Why me?" Look at him. He's like, "Why me? I have to shoot this."
This is no good.
The only shot that he has that's a legitimate shot is the 2 ball in the side pocket.
Can he play safe?
Can't get out.
So he said he can't get out, which means he can't run the balls and make the 8 for the win. He can't. The balls are too clustered.
Like a fool. I don't want to shoot that. Lose the game there.
The only time you want to play safe is if you can absolutely take the cue ball and freeze it up against something where they can't do anything back to you. Because if you leave Efren a shot right now, you can
Yeah, but isn't he stuck
out.
with the same table that Mike is stuck with?
Absolutely, but he's, on the other hand, everything's rolling for him. So when he's when he goes to break up balls, they're going to be breaking up in the way he wants them to, and nothing has gone good for Mike Sigel this match. Nothing.
Well, you know, Johnny Damon from the Red Sox was here the other day, and I think he may even be here today. But the Red Sox were down against the New York Yankees in a best-of-7 series, if you remember, 0-3, and down to the last out in the 9th inning. On the 4th, they came back to win that game and won. You know, so if Johnny Damon can put a little mojo on Mike Sigel,
I don't know what to do.
Here, maybe we could see the comeback of the century in pool, like we saw the comeback of the century in baseball.
Play a 15.
He's so
Combination
capable.
11 into the 15.
Okay.
This doesn't have to go.
No.
This doesn't have to go.
But he's got to get loose. He's figuring, you know, I haven't made a shot, I haven't done anything, and I have to get loose. So he's going to try to shoot the 11 ball into the 15 ball, which is then going to go into the corner pocket. We'll be on a positive note there.
This does not have to go.
Which will open up the stripes more.
This is unbelievably hard.
That's it.
Yay.
Great shot.
Very good.
Got to get that mouth flapping again. Get Mike going.
That was a beautiful,
Look
beautiful
at this.
shot.
Perfect speed. Mike calls these the mystery racks because he has no idea how he's going to run them out.
The good part that showed me as a player is that Mike Sigel still has heart, and he still is in the game. Taking that shot, not being fearful, he's still in this match.
Like he keeps saying, he just wants to win a game. That gives him the break, and he can start the momentum.
Hold on.
Well, he's looking at how he can run the stripes out. He's looking at the 13 ball. 13 ball and the 5 ball are tied up together right now. So he's looking at those 2 balls. How to get that out. Next is going to be the 9 ball.
What he was doing there is he wants to feel what the shot's going to be like if he puts the cue ball there. Is that correct?
Yes. Whenever you see somebody aiming another ball, that's where the cue ball is not. Yes, he's just looking at angles. He wants to get perfect angles every single time he shoots. And
so he doesn't have to use funny English.
Exactly.
Try to.
Or a hard shot.
Right.
Again, you don't want. If you don't get exact position, you have a difficult shot.
Come on, Boeing. God almighty.
But we saw him measure
14.
off where he
Where's
wanted
the
to leave
Boeing
it for
there?
the 14 ball. Is that where he wanted to leave the cue ball?
No, no, it is not.
You wanted to be over here, didn't he?
Play to
Yes.
14.
It's unbelievable. Now he's got what?
I don't. know if he's going to bank the 14 or play it. Is he playing the 14 ball possibly all the way up into the corner pocket?
I think so.
What a, see again, unbelievable.
It shouldn't be this
unbelievably hard shot.
Nope.
Go in.
Oh, he made it. Oh, he made a good shot finally.
He made a good shot.
Yeah, I hit the 5. It's, you know what I mean? One more time. I would like to hit the 5 there.
Boy,
top of
he
the
didn't
5,
think he had it either there, Kevin.
Well, he's still not out here.
When he hit into the 13 ball and the 5 ball, if he hit the 5 ball first, the 13 ball, the cue ball would end up in a different spot, to where the 13 ball would be in this position and the cue ball would be right here, you know, to where he would have a shot. Instead, again, another difficult shot.
So he's playing this ball down here.
Yes.
And where does he want to leave the cue ball after that?
Well, this is his next ball here.
I was going to say anywhere in this vicinity to where you can make that 11
as
ball.
long as he gets it out there far enough.
This is a very, very difficult shot. The closer a cut shot is, distance-wise, between the cue ball and the object ball, the harder
he made it. He made it. Oh, don't scratch! Well, that was Mike Sigel's shot of the match so far.
Yeah, it was.
That was beautiful. You have no idea how hard that shot was.
He got perfect position on that shot.
11 in the corner.
Was that a harder shot than the 14 ball he made earlier?
Yeah, probably.
Come on.
I don't know.
Don't do this, you idiot. Where's the spin?
He's fine. Now he's just talking a little game there.
Oh no, this is not easy. This doesn't have to go. He's got this one here and here. That's for the 8 for the game.
He's fine.
This doesn't have to go.
Yeah, baby!
Mike Sigel has gotten off the schneid and onto the scoreboard. His first game of the match.
God almighty.
He had to win one place. He's just too doggone good a player.
He sure is.
Hey, Wiz. Yeah. Now, how do you like it?
He's talking to Efren. But look, I don't like the way he's...
That's how I felt like I was playing the whole match and I ain't made 2 balls in a row. You understand what I mean? That's how I feel.
I don't like the way... Look at the way he's swinging the cue stick around. That's...
Explain that to me.
We're going to see him break now. Watch his break.
Explain that to me. That's all I can tell you. That was like routine.
It's always been said much better than Efren's.
Well, he bends his cue stick.
Watch him bend the cue...
I forgot where he's breaking from. It's been so long.
This is a brand new shaft. He's only had it a couple days ago. And the first time he used it, he broke and ran 8 in a row. Can we see this comeback?
I made 1.
He will keep the break.
Kiss-a-rooney. Give me a shot anyway. Ooh, if I could hit the 10. Ooh, that would have been a throw-in. I can't.
Okay, now watch this break compared to Efren's.
This a little easier.
Here's the replay here.
Oh, millionth of an inch. Look at that. Millionth of an inch there. 10, 12, throw them in. Right.
Now, if you ever do make the 8 ball on the break,
11.
It's a win, automatic win.
Boy, I wish I could make this 10 ball.
See, right here, the cue ball is frozen against the 6 ball, the green ball.
And this is just the luck of the roll. I mean,
he wants to shoot the 10 ball in the corner pocket, and he can't do it.
That's the only shot I got, right?
I mean, what are the odds of breaking the balls like Mike, as hard as he hit it, and having 1 shot only?
And this is where people
instead of 3 or 4 or 5 different options.
Exactly.
You know, you can be a big breaker, you can be a brilliant breaker, but you've got to have a little luck.
If Mike keeps going, he will create his own luck.
11.
Well, he gets on the scoreboard, winning his first game of the match after losing his first 12.
Combination shot here?
Yes, he's shooting the 13 ball into the 11 ball. Great shot.
And he left it perfect. Again, when you break the balls, if you make any ball, you can still choose solids or stripes. You don't have to choose solids if you only made a solid, or if you only made a stripe, you don't have to have stripes. You can choose whichever group you want.
And that makes sense because, you know, if you are if you're getting bad luck, if you made 3 solids and you're hooked on a solid, why should you be punished?
Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 12.
12 ball.
Now, do you see how nice he stroked that ball?
Yeah.
Did you notice
he
that?
Stayed down. He didn't flip his cue stick off to the right or to the left like he's been doing. I've never seen him do that before.
12.
He always just stays down. All of a sudden, he's flipping his cue stick around. Let's see if he moves his cue stick. He stayed down there.
Shots have been a little more automatic for Mike Sigel after winning a game. He's had some easier decisions, certainly, but he looks a little more comfortable by and large.
No, he's letting his stroke out a little bit. But he's still, the pressure's unbelievable.
13. 13.
We'll have a good look at that 13 ball, perched right at the pocket.
But he
just has to get some angle on the 14 ball.
Right, he's got to get that cue ball in position.
He either needs to come to the rail. Yep.
Oh,
the rail.
Whoa! Whoa!
Now, the reason why he's saying whoa, whoa is if that cue ball ends up on the rail, now he's got to shoot over the 3 ball.
Right.
Eight ball in the corner.
Four to 2 in favor of Reyes as Mike wins 2 in a row.
Could we be seeing the incredible comeback? Now, it's not as incredible as people may realize or think, because at this caliber of play, when you have the break, he could easily break and run the next 4 or 5 games.
Exactly. And run 8 and out.
Correct. So he could, I mean, you know, as Efren has been doing.
Sure, it was a serious one. Don't worry.
Now, is there still a bonus if you run?
And I hit perfect.
No, yesterday in the tournament we offered a $100,000 bonus for any player in the tournament that broke and ran 8 in a row. But that was only yesterday in the tournament.
Wouldn't Mike wish that today?
Well, that's when he went into the he went into this arena yesterday during practice and broke an 8 and ran 8.
Second straight break for Mike Sigel. He drops a ball. Cue ball can sit right there. A couple of balls dropped for Mike.
Now, do you see his cue stick bend? I mean, that's the Sigel break. He's got a very powerful break.
I've seen him break the shaft years ago on the break. He broke his shaft, just split in half.
That's amazing.
And you talk about winning 8 in a row. How about winning 9 straight major tournaments, as Mike Sigel did between 1986 and 1987.
Oh, that's like unheard of.
And back in the day, it was thought that nobody could win 3 straight international major tournaments. And Mike Sigel ripped off 9 consecutive wins. If he wasn't on the map then, he certainly put himself on the map in the middle 80s.
This is a great opportunity for Mike because none of the balls are in trouble. He's going to he's choosing the low balls. And you can see the 2 ball. Whenever a ball's hanging in the pocket, you usually want to choose that type of, you know, if you can, you want to choose
7 ball.
That option because Efren can't make that 13 ball right now in that pocket, and he's going to keep that 2 ball there for a little bit.
2.
That's a little more confident stroke.
2 ball.
It's a completely different stroke than what we saw in the first game.
How is he going for the 2?
He's going for the combination now. But he'll keep the 6 ball there.
Just trading places
there now.
Wanted the cue ball to come a little further, I think.
6 ball.
Oh. Oh. God.
Do you see 2 inches off, an inch off, and you're on the wrong angle? You're on a, you know, rather than being here and having a straight-in shot, he's now on an angle where the cue ball's coming, you know, just away from the 5 ball and the 3 ball.
And that's the speed, the pressure, the lights make the cloth run a little different speed. Not automatic.
He chose to just hit the ball and come out, which is he's confident now.
I can see that.
Not necessarily where he wanted to be, but now he's seeing where he can get angle to get on this 8 ball, because he cannot make the 8 ball in this corner. He's going to have to make the 8 ball in the right-hand corner pocket.
5 ball.
5 ball.
Oh, that bounced back brilliantly to put him in a spot for the 3 ball.
It's all right, but
he would have liked a little bit more angle.
God, really want to swing around.
That's.
Oh, Reyes. Come on now.
Now it's hard for him to reach the shot.
Why not use the crutch there?
3 ball.
You either like using the bridge or you do not.
And he doesn't. And he also shoots left-handed and right-handed.
Yes. Oh, you know what? He has. Okay, he has a little bit of room there. I thought that ball was tying up, but that's a.
Now this is the toughest ball.
Yes, it is.
For the game.
Right in the heart.
3 in a row for Mike Sigel. And the old king is trying to stave off his pursuer atop the hill.
Well, Efren now gets a taste of sitting in the chair.
I made it look tough. It's a boing. Get on the 4, up.
Look at that break. Look at the cue.
You do have an opponent, see? You didn't know that. You have an opponent.
Well, it starts with the big break, and Mike Sigel has finally run some momentum as he has captured 3 straight games here in the second set.
At least I didn't get skunked.
That's a race to 8.
Give me 13 more of those in a row, okay? Whatever you did there.
So important to make a ball on the break. You make the 8 on the break, you win. You scratch, the opponent gets ball anywhere on the table.
You know, I heard Mike say when you're playing the top players in the world.
Give me a shot, Ski.
Even when you have them 7-2,
give me the
7-1.
out, Ski. Oh, I could play this, right?
You can lose.
Right.
Oh, baby. You dirty rat. Got a freeze. Look at this.
Now he's looking at this ball here.
Let me see
the 12 ball, the 2 ball is in front of the 12 ball.
God.
And he
froze on the rail here.
The easiest shot is obviously the 13 ball right now in the corner pocket.
Here, that's the easiest one. But if he picks stripes, then he's got this problem here because this ball doesn't go in there.
Awful close.
Options, he could actually. It depends on the angle. Sometimes it's hard to see the angle, but depending on the angle, the 12 ball can go into the 2 ball and the 12 ball can fall.
I don't know if I can go by the 4.
Then it's a legal shot. Or he can shoot. Yeah, I was going to say he was just checking that out, shooting the 12 into the 2 ball right now.
12-2. Got a lot of things here. Freeze. Look at this.
That's another.
Let me look from down here.
Just remember, he has to win this set.
Hit that?
Because Efren won the first set 8-0.
Oh, that's close.
It's the best 2 or 3 sets. So if Efren wins this set, he's the champion.
God.
So Mike has to win this set, then come back and win the next set.
Let me look. I'll tell you before I shoot. Play the 2.
2 ball.
He's playing the 12 into the 2 ball right now. Great shot.
Money.
Now, for everyone at home, he picked solids. Even though he hit stripe ball first, you can only do that on the break.
Right.
So Mike called the 2 ball. He hit the stripe ball first, but that's a legal shot on the break only. Now, he always has to hit a solid ball first.
7 in the corner.
That was a perfect shot because now everything is fairly open.
Yeah, a little straight on this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Definitely did not want to be straight and over the 9 ball again.
Overdid it.
6 in the corner.
And this is where he has to use English to move the cue ball around.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Look at that.
Oh.
Great shot.
Ho, baby. Ho! Got me. Got me. I can't make it, can I? They got me. Look at that.
See, he was trying to make this
That's
ball
hard
here.
to believe I just did that.
He wanted to have the cue ball here so
hard
he could
to believe
make it.
I can't land the rail for the 5.
Now he's all messed up.
You got careless on this.
Does he have a shot there, or is the 3 ball in the way?
Look what I just did. That's hard to
the 3 balls. The 3 balls in the way. This ball is in the way right now, to where it's hard for him to
all he's got to do is lay
make the
anywhere
5
on the
ball.
rail.
Now, he might be able to use English. Maybe do a little massé. Not sure. It just he's trying to see if he can do this.
Got careless on the 7. Played a 4. I don't believe I did that. 4, so look at it. A throw in. Throw in.
Where's he going to play the 4 down? I think he's going to play the 4 here. That's the only place he has.
You know, sometimes it looks like that.
Hold on 1 second here.
And
let me look at something.
I don't know if he has half a pocket
Hold
here.
The phone.
As soon as he gets down, we'll know what corner he's shooting it in.
God almighty. Let me look at this.
Now,
he's looking at it.
He also could try to bank the 4 up here, but that's a tough shot.
I don't think
impossible.
I don't know if he would want to do that. I mean, that would be a last opportunity.
I can't believe I did that.
He's looking at it. He's definitely looking at it in this corner pocket, only because he keeps going down and closing his eye, and he's trying to see if he can go past that 13 ball.
Or even kiss it a little.
Even if you kiss it a little, that's fine. But
what is he doing?
Now I don't know.
You know, I think Efren Reyes is saying the same thing. Dude, shoot your shot. I'm going to, we don't have a clock, as we've already explained, but Efren would love to put him on a clock right now. Come on, brother. My rear end is getting a little sore.
Played a 4. Played a 4. Played a 4.
4 in the corner.
This is a do-or-die shot,
How can
though.
I make this?
I'm still glad he has the opportunity to think about it.
No, I'm not shooting that. Played a 1. I'm going to bank the 1.
Bank the 1 ball.
Bank the 1 ball.
Okay, he's going to bank the 1 ball.
No, I'm not doing that either.
No? Guess not.
Can't believe I did that. I just can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that.
What he means is he can't believe he put the cue ball here instead of here.
Let me look at this. It's not a tough jump. What do you think here, guys? Huh? It's like
using his audience lifeline now.
Oh, he's going to jump the ball.
It's pretty tough to miss. I'm afraid of going airborne. I'm going to play the 5. I'm playing the 5.
He's going to try to jump.
I'm playing the 5. That's what I'm playing. Play the 5.
5 in the corner.
I never even hit it.
And a scratch to boot.
I thought it would jump. You believe what I just did there? I just got careless on the 7, got straight on the 6. I mean, how stupid am I? Huh?
You think the ball never got up?
You'll get back to the pitch.
It didn't have enough room to get by. I had to spin it, and I stick there, and I still don't have a shot.
Now, Efren has cue ball anywhere on the table.
Total carelessness. Boy,
and the strike balls are just kind of sitting there waiting to be picked off.
Yeah, pretty much. They're all right in a row.
Well, that was the 5th miss in this second set by Mike Sigel.
And again, his misses, which is very interesting because Mike's misses were all on difficult shots. So really what Mike has done is either A, got very unlucky when Efren missed where he didn't leave Mike anything, or Mike just didn't position himself correctly, giving himself.
As was the case with that last shot.
Right. Efren, on the other hand, missed a few easy shots, which is very uncharacteristic. So it's pretty interesting both ways.
Boy, and the rest of this diagram looks fairly friendly for Efren Reyes to pad his lead and jump out to a 5-3 advantage in this elimination set.
All right, and Efren then gets to break back, which means Mike could be sitting there for the rest of the tournament and never have another shot.
13 in the corner.
Looking back at that, Laurie John, did he choose the right shot when he tried to jump and play that 5?
You know what? I don't know.
14 in the corner.
I don't know. When he said to bank the 1 ball, kind of liked that option because he could have kissed it off of the 10 ball, no matter where it hit on the rail, if he could have banked it.
Certainly, he was thinking worst case scenario, if he tries to jump and make the 5, he misses it. He wasn't thinking that he'd scratch on that.
Well, again, we're not, the smallest cue stick that you're allowed to use is a 53-inch. So we're not allowed to use small jump cues anymore. It's
so
very
it's
difficult.
Much harder to jump with a full length cue.
Great point. This is Reyes for the game and for a 5-3 advantage in the set.
8 ball's always the toughest.
Game Mr. Reyes.
Mike has got to be sick right now. Absolutely sick.
This game's so easy. Usually don't draw so easy. You know what I mean? I mean, what's the deal there? Just anywhere. I had this much room to lay anywhere on the side rail if I'm froze on the rail.
We are in game 9 of set 2. Mr. Reyes leads 5 games to 3.
Okay, Mike.
Didn't make a ball.
Yep.
But look, I mean, this is unbelievable. Look at he's only has 1 shot, doesn't he?
1 shot, and it's over a ball. He has to shoot over the 14 ball.
You have to understand, this is like spooky what's happening here.
Hold on.
Efren doesn't make a ball.
If I touch this before I stroke, what's the deal with this? With the 14?
You touched the 14.
That's not a foul, right? Right?
No.
He wants to see if he can
reach this first before I do anything. You know what? We need like the double bridge here. Do we have that?
Oh my
goodness. I've got 2 bridges if you want them.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
I mean, this is spooky. Efren doesn't make a ball, and look what's left for Sigel.
Wait a minute.
And Efren has consistently not made balls on the break.
And he's always left Mike with something crazy.
Come on now.
Get in.
Oh, man.
Gosh.
No members roll there.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable what we're seeing here.
This is unbelievable.
He barely could reach that shot.
Just unbelievable.
It's spooky what's happening.
I mean, what are you going to do? I can't even see the ball.
You get the sense that maybe if we waited 5-6 minutes, like at the end of Caddyshack, that ball would drop in.
Well, you know, Mike is a very emotional player. He was
if I get a shot
10 years ago. He was in New York, missed the ball, broke his cue in half, snapped it right in the tournament.
Oh, the Bo Jackson of the pool circuit.
Good double bridge, impossible. I got 2 balls I got to go over there. 5 and 14. The cue ball's this far from me.
There might be a broken pool cue in his future tonight.
And of course, Efren now has 5 balls he can shoot at. He
can shoot it. He's got an opportunity. He's got the 1 ball. He's got the 3 ball. He's got the 5 ball.
Up against it.
13-9. I mean, endless possibilities.
3 ball.
Normally hit that shot, hit it real full.
You know, we've said this a couple of times before. Yeah, that Efren has not consistently struck the ball with that crisp breaking sound. Every once in a while you hear the clank come off the cue, and maybe that's another one of those opportunities for Mike Sigel.
Possibly. I mean, he hit that 3 ball into the rail.
Yeah,
just a little bit. He's hitting it at pocket speed, so the 4.5-inch pockets are taking it. But He's not hitting them in the middle of the pocket.
Well, that's a good point.
5-ball.
On the other hand, I have to say I have never seen in my whole life of watching pool after the break, Mike, the shots that Mike is having to shoot after a break.
Right, the breaks that he hasn't gotten. Well, you know, it reminds me of Tiger Woods playing in the British Open, the Open Championship. I think it was the second or third round when he hit like an 81 or 82. Everything went wrong. I mean, he was the greatest golfer probably of all time, and everything that could go wrong, every break that could go against Tiger that particular round went wrong. And it feels like the same thing with Mike Sigel. Every break that could go against him is going against him. The question is, can he turn it around? And we all know he can.
6-ball.
All he has to do is get the break back.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And that was a huge break.
Now, I'll explain this. He called the ball into the side pocket, missed the pocket that he called. The ball went in another pocket. That ball stays down.
He wanted it in this pocket. He called it in this pocket, but it went in this pocket.
Right, and so the ball stays down,
13.
but it's a loss of shot. Now it's Mike is back at the table, and he gets a chance to shoot.
13-ball on the side.
Mike is now the striped balls. Oh, he played that perfect.
Nice stroke.
Worth a clap. All right.
A clap, singular.
He needs the audience to warm up. He needs to warm up, and he still has a chance.
No, Mike is every bit the showman. No question, he feeds off the energy of a sold-out venue.
Is Renee Sigel his wife?
Poor Renee. It's worse on the spouses than it is on the players.
Could have gone a hair more on that.
Yeah, if he went in a little bit more, if the cue ball was here, again, here, he could shoot the 14 into this corner right here, but he didn't get there, so. These are small, those are
11.
Small things that people, it's not really a trouble ball, but it is a trouble ball.
You know, back to that crowd for a moment, Laura John. Mike lives in Orlando. He's from Rochester, New York originally, but it's almost as though this field of the 42 best players in the world came to his backyard to try to knock him off the hill. And so far, the visitor has been doing a number on him.
As long as Mike Sigel is at the table, I would never count him out.
12 in the corner.
Well, both of these players at this caliber have the ability to basically break and run as many racks as they want.
14 in the corner.
He got exactly where
he wanted. He's loosening up a little bit. Keep in mind, his key is not only just making the ball, but moving the cue ball to give him a good, easy shot on the 8. So he's doing two things, moving that cue ball and making the ball.
Pulling it and coming off.
What the heck?
8 in the corner.
Sinks the 8 ball, and he trails Efren Reyes by just 1 game in this race to 8.
And he gets the break back, but this does not have to go.
Four games for Sigel to 5 for Reyes.
He's flicking that cue. Did you see him flick that cue again?
It's okay.
After the shot?
It went in.
I forgot how to spin the cue ball.
That was a huge break for Mike Sigel. That's what he needed.
Here it is.
I ain't gonna do that stupid stuff that I did on the 7. I can guarantee you that. Just got careless on that ball. Stupid. You guys don't want to go, right? You want to stay in that's right. I'm keeping it up, don't worry.
He is darn near the 11th hour.
Set 2, game 10.
I'll tell you what, both Efren and Mike, they don't know what the word quit or give up means. And they both know they can win this.
There we go. Don't put me on the rail. Don't put me on the rail.
A couple of balls drop on the big break.
See, he's got a big break. Notice how he bent that cue stick. He's got a great break. Balls are opened up. Cue ball's not frozen on a rail. He actually has more than one shot now to choose from, Lori John.
And the balls, there's no frozen balls together, so everything's fairly wide open.
I'm going to go for solids.
Well, all the balls are wide open. The only balls that he has to worry about are these down here. That would be his only trouble balls.
See, now what he's doing is he's looking where every ball can go. He's kind of figuring out.
I guess I got to play solids anyway, right?
He's got to figure out his whole. I'm going to shoot this first, then that one, then that one, then that one. He's going through all of his options.
Exactly. It's very difficult when you have an open rack and you can shoot a solid or a stripe. You have to make the right decision. There is correct and there is incorrect, and you have to choose the correct ones.
It's called playing the patterns.
That's exactly right. So he's choosing the low ones. It's a great choice.
See, and that wasn't the easiest shot on the table, which an amateur player or a beginning player would probably shoot the easiest shot. But you don't. A professional at this level is not going to shoot necessarily the easiest shot. He's going to shoot the shot that sets him up to run the whole table.
7 in the corner.
And he's shooting the 7 ball now because the 8 ball doesn't go. He's going to shoot the 8 ball in the corner also. So he has to get that 7 ball out first.
Keep in mind, this is the second set. Efren won the first set 8-0. And Mike really didn't do anything wrong.
Getting wet. Wow.
See, the table's getting wet.
Boy, this thing's getting a little
which means
wet.
that the cloth is getting slower and slower and slower, and the cloth was already slow.
Son of a gun.
Which makes it harder and harder and harder.
Which in the Philippines, where the humidity is 150%.
They're used to that.
They're used to.
Well, the scandal theorists tried to explain the great finish by the 3 Filipino players as having something to do with home-friendly conditions, not to mention the fact that the 3 of them are extremely talented.
That's all right.
Yeah, it really is true. It's kind of like in tennis. In tennis you have
Not going to be easy.
Wimbledon is played on grass.
I
French
forgot
Open
about the 11.
is played on
I guess that actually
clay.
goes on this table.
And a guy like Pete Sampras always won at Wimbledon but could never win on clay. Even though it's tennis, the conditions are different. Same thing here. This cloth is very slow, and 8 ball is different than 9 ball on a fast table. Big difference. Different game. Different skills are required. Different strokes are required.
Mike is looking at here. He's trying to figure out what happened was this 11 ball came in. This 11 ball right here came into the picture. He did not want that ball to be there. Now the 8 ball, he's checking out if the 8 ball goes in this corner pocket right here. And he's trying to see, he's trying to find the ball, the key ball before the 8 ball. He's trying to pick which one that's going to be and exactly where he has to be.
Nothing wrong with that.
Remember again, Efren won the first set. Mike is down 4 games to 5. He has to win this set, otherwise it's over. That was a good stroke.
It was a very good stroke.
Well.
And he still wants to get exactly in this position.
Four
in the corner.
To me, it looks like the 8 ball does not go past the 11 ball. And Mike actually might be trying to get in this area right here to shoot the 8 ball in this corner pocket.
I think you're 100% correct.
Unless I can't see something.
Now he makes the ball. Does he get in position for the 8? Watch that cue ball. Oh, he did it. Unbelievable.
Wow.
What a great shot.
Wow.
That ball took a hard left turn.
Wow.
This is to tie the set.
Oh, he got it.
Even at 5 apiece. It was the second to last shot that was the most impressive in a a game that was filled with impressive shots by the reigning king of the hill.
Look at this. The
What a
spin
great
he had to put
shot.
on that cue ball to make it do that.
Not only that, look at this. He missed the 12 ball.
Which was unbelievable.
He didn't hit the 12 ball. And again, people out there who are just watching TV, just watching this on TV, that was
8. It was what I was trying to do on the 2. I didn't think of the 11. And maybe could have gone. I don't know.
All tied up.
5 games apiece in this elimination second set.
He can run the next 3.
A must-win set for Mike Sigel. Otherwise, the new King of the Hill title is bestowed upon Efren Reyes.
I hit those crappy. I made one, though. Off the rail. Oh! Jeez, I hit those bad.
So keep the break.
Boy, I hit those bad.
He made a ball.
On the side.
this rack is, he's going to study it. He's going to study again which balls he wants. Obviously, he only has the high balls to shoot at, so I will assume that he's going to.
9 goes there, 12 goes there.
And that's what he's checking out. He's making sure that the 9 ball right here can clear the 3 ball into the corner pocket. He's trying to see, once the 9 ball's clear, can the 10 ball go in there?
Keep in mind, he has the option. He can choose solids or stripes because he made at least 1 ball on the break.
But he really, at this point, has no option, I don't think.
Because he only has 1 ball he can shoot.
The 15 ball.
Hold on a minute.
Boy, we've really seen...
Maybe the 14 ball also.
Oh, he's thinking about carrying it off the...
We've really seen, Kevin and Lori John, what you guys have talked about for a while now, and that is how dominant Mike Sigel can be when he breaks.
11 out of there first.
Yeah, I mean,
he's made a ball every time he's broken.
Well, he's got the advantage over on the break. He's got the advantage over Efren.
12, 9,
Efren is
10,
always known as the magician because of his great shot-making ability, and we've seen that where he came with this incredible shot, if you remember, on the 8 ball.
14 ball.
Okay, he's going to shoot the 14 ball in the corner. Or in the side. No, in the corner.
And he missed it.
No, he
didn't.
He got it. See, now that's called cheating the pocket, and he knows how that ball's going to react now. They're learning what the ball does when it hits the rail. He's knowing how far he can hit it on the side of the rail and still get the ball to go in.
But it's called pocket speed. Very key. He hit it pocket speed to where if he hit it any harder than that, Kevin, it would not have gone.
Right. And also the cue ball wouldn't be here for this shot.
That was a great shot because this 11 ball that he just pocketed in the corner pocket obviously could not have gone.
What's going to happen
Which is why he played.
Exactly.
Actually,
he took, again, the harder shot.
I'm playing the 12.
12 ball.
Just in case I get stuck. Play the 12.
Okay, he's going to shoot the 12 ball right past the 9 and the 2 into the corner pocket.
Which means he has to be perfect.
12, bump 8, 10 in the same pocket, right?
Exactly.
That's what that looks like.
So he just told us what he's going to do.
Yeah. So he's planning to put the cue ball into the 8, bump it out of the way. Let's see if it happens.
Great.
Wow. I hit it like a pig, though.
And look at that.
That's the only problem.
But what's wrong with that? Did he left it too close to the stripe ball?
Well, what happened was he hit it with such
authority. Hit it like a pig. All I had to do was split those balls. Hit it like a pig. Hit it like a pig.
See, he wanted the cue ball to be here.
13.
Yeah.
To go here. And he didn't do it.
That's unbelievable. I hit that horrible.
He wanted to split the 8 and the 10 ball, not hit the 8 ball full in the face.
Play that 13. 13.
13 in the corner.
Again, over a ball.
Yeah.
Shooting the 13 ball.
And now he's got a tough shot. That's why that cue ball control is so important in the game. Not only making the ball, but using the cue to spin the cue ball to put it where you want it and need it for the next shot.
13.
Over a ball is very difficult, very hard, because you notice he's almost hitting down on the ball.
When you hit down on the ball, you also put English on the cue ball, which changes your spot on the object ball where you're going to hit.
And he missed one of these earlier.
Hit this a little better. Just a little better.
He's got to hit this perfect, because if he hits if he hits the cue ball just a little off, it's going to swerve, and he could miss this ball by 5 inches. It could look horrible.
Nope. All I had to do is catch the rail here.
Hit a little fat.
Tough shot.
And that's what he...
Every time I tie
he
it up,
wanted
I
to
can't
hit the rail on that, you know, Kevin.
Yeah.
He said he hit it too fat. He wanted to catch the rail, so again at that pocket speed it would have taken it.
But I mean,
see, he wanted
hit it too full.
He hit it too full.
If I hit the 8 and 10 as a throw-in, I just caught the 8. I'm trying to pop it over. I didn't have the perfect angle, just following, so I had to bump it over. That's what I tried to do. Split them.
Now Efren's got an open table.
Oh my goodness! What's the deal here, Effie?
Wow. That was a relatively easy shot, certainly by their standards, that Efren Reyes missed.
As I mentioned, the shots that Efren has missed, like this one, are relatively easy. The shots that Mike has missed have been the very hard shots. I mean, where you could expect him to miss.
Well, and this is again an example, perhaps, of momentum. I mean, Efren had been seated for quite a bit.
That's what I was going to say. He's been sitting in the chair watching Mike all this time, and now he gets up, and again, the cue ball was on the rail.
What's her name to shoot this
people, I'm telling you, people do not realize that when the cue ball's on the rail, that makes the shot harder.
Now, he's got troubles here.
He's still up at the table.
Which is better than being in Efren's position.
Exactly.
But this is a tough shot. This
very
ball is on the rail. Very tough shot.
Very tough shot.
Very tough shot.
What's going to happen with the cue ball?
He needs to just stay down and stroke through.
I get here, this ain't no good. I can get on the 15, I don't know. Unless I fire it across table twice. Even if I get over there, I don't like it. It's too straight on the 10.
See, again,
I'll play it.
It's not about making the 13. It's about are you going to have another shot?
Which is why when somebody misses a ball, most of the times it's not because they missed the ball. It's because they were trying to do something with the cue ball funny.
Yes.
Man. That Laurie John would not be pocket speed.
No. He just missed that. I mean, he hit that right in the rail.
Oh boy,
that was not.
It seems like some of these misses can be contagious. You know, it really is such a momentum game.
Watch this shot as he hits it right. I mean, he hit it way just too much into the rail.
Look at his cue. He's flying off to the right. I've never seen him do that before.
I've never seen him.
I just shoot, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. That tough shot. I just don't see it. You're too good.
He is.
I get down.
He's pulling the cue ball. Or pulling his cue stick, jumping up. Now he's going to shoot. He's got a tough shot here.
And he misses.
The bad sound. We heard he hit the rail there with his cue.
Hit something here.
Now these are the two greatest players in the world.
You left it good.
Wow.
And somebody would say, how did he miss that shot?
Or the people at home are saying...
Possible to twist this by the 5. I don't think so. Is that possible?
I could play better than them.
Exactly.
Can't cut it. Bank.
They would not make a ball if they were down in that arena right now with that pressure.
Not at all.
Can't hit one of those.
You're playing for the biggest prize money in pool history. $200,000 to the winner. This tournament, over $1 million in prize money. The 43 best players in the world were invited. And two Hall of Famers are here in the finals. Out of the young guns, we had Allison Fisher in the field, Karen Korr, Gerda Hofstetter.
Okay, he's...
Let's see. Like you do
he
here.
Can't make the 9 ball.
3 rails on the 9.
That's
about the only thing I'm seeing so far.
He can...
He just say 3 rails on the 9? He's going to bank at 3 rails?
He does not have a shot. The 5 ball. The 5 ball's in the way of him hitting the 15 ball. Wow, it's really unbelievable.
Well, this is an example of the breaks. Efren misses the shot. Now Mike's at the table with nothing.
Hold on a second.
I mean, that's just the breaks, isn't it?
He doesn't. I don't know if he can. I was going to say, I don't know if he can back cut this ball possibly in here.
Or is it?
You know, I don't even know if that's a possibility. He can't.
Too tough.
No, he can't do it.
He can't.
I'm going to 3-rail bank the 9 on the side.
There's not even a
Actually,
safety
this
here.
might go, believe it or not. It's got a chance to go, this shot. I'm going to play it. I'm going to bank the 9, 3 rails on the side.
He's trying to hit
9 ball,
the
3
1,
rails,
2,
side pocket.
Do I want to
3
do that?
into the side
I don't know what
pocket,
else to do.
which is
It's only money. What's the difference? Think I'm worried about that? It's only money.
It's a lot of money, Mike.
I'm just trying to figure out what I can do with the cue ball. I'd like to kind of stick him up there. He looks a little weak. If I could get him on the rail here.
Oh, now he's starting.
Got to go in.
He's talking his whole game now, isn't he?
Fire. How's that
he's
sound?
talking his game.
Huh?
He's looking weak.
He still has the
I'm
option of
gonna do that.
defense. He does have the option of defense, leaving Efren a very difficult shot. Efren has missed the last 2 shots
I get you on the rail. That's the problem. If I thought I could stick him on the rail, I'd do that. If I thought I could stick him on the rail, I'd do that. I'm going to bank the 9 for this pocket. You know, actually, I can make this.
Okay, he's going to try to bank the 9 ball, and
I'm just going to shoot at it.
It's a squeeze. You actually hit it with English very hard, and it squeezes behind the 2 ball.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's an unbelievable shot.
Let me look at this.
You can squeeze it over the 2.
Tell you what, I don't want to give up the game.
Again,
I'm going to bank it for the corner. Here,
our game score is tied at 5 apiece. This is a crucial game.
Cross corner.
This is so hard.
It is an unbelievable shot, but if he makes it, it is unbelievable.
Ah, look how that reversed. Man, that would have been a hanger if I'd have hit it. Look how that ball reversed. Did you see where that went?
Did you see that bang off?
That's unbelievable where that reversed. I could have overcut that a diamond and made it, and still didn't hit it full enough to get up table.
That's because look. That's because the table is getting wet, correct?
Yes, very.
It's slowing up the humidity in the air, changing the conditions of how the balls react off the cushions.
If I'd overcut the 2, I mean, not easy.
Now Efren's been cold here. He's missed 2 shots in a row.
Yep.
Now he's shooting the 3 ball in the corner, which is the right shot.
Again, a crucial game. We're tied at 5 games apiece in this elimination second set. Whoever wins this game to take the 6-5 lead not only takes the advantage, but needs to only run 2 racks to win this one. And it could be Reyes to win 2 more racks for the championship here.
He's unhappy where he got position. I mean, the balls are kind of open, but he's still got a little bit of a challenge
Again, he didn't want to be where he was. He wanted to be over here, you know, because these balls are over here. So the 1 and the 7 ball. And right now where his cue ball is, he's going to have to do something just a little bit funny. Let me tell you, guys do not like to slow roll balls like that. Players themselves, I don't like to slow roll a ball like that. And that's what he did not want to do.
Why is
that's
that?
Why he was because it's just you can put more English on the cue ball, and it's a bigger room for error, bigger room to miss than if you just hit the ball in.
Contrary to what the amateur would think.
Oh, exactly. Like for instance, when Efren shot that 3 ball, he hit it in with authority.
With authority.
Son of a bitch, missed 2 balls.
Sigel has to win this set, otherwise it's over. And Efren is the new King of the Hill and the richest winner in pool history.
And he's left a pretty friendly diagram here.
Yes.
You know, of the 42 players that were at this invitational from all over the world, The last three were from the Philippines. And I asked Mike Sigel last night why the Filipinos are dominating pool.
Game to 3.
They're the Hall of Famers right there.
I know, but what
I asked Mike why the players from the Philippines are doing so well, and he had said they live in the pool. And I was reminiscent of Vijay Singh as a golfer. You know, after he wins a tournament, where does he go? Right to the practice range, and he's hitting balls for 4 or 5 hours. And so, you know, Efren Reyes, Francisco Bustamante, Marlon Manalo, they live in the pool room.
Which makes them very disciplined players.
And you know that stroke we're seeing, and I think the jitters we're seeing Mike with the jitters. Obviously, the pressure is coming through here. Again, pool players you've been around the game for a long time, Lori John. Pool players have never seen this kind of pressure.
No, definitely not this kind of pressure.
Set 2, game 12. Mr. Reyes leads 6 games to 5.
Again, the longer the match goes, the wetter the cloth gets,
and the harder it gets.
Efren Reyes is 2 racks away from becoming the new King of the Hill and awarding himself the biggest purse in pool history.
Well, here, okay, Efren made a ball on the shot, and this is, which is, I don't think is really going to be a trouble ball. The 3 ball and what looks like the 12 ball are the only trouble balls on the table.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty open table for someone of Efren's caliber. He can knock those balls out right now.
Well, he's going to do that. He's going to shoot the 11 ball in the corner pocket and knock the
11 ball.
Knock the 12 ball away. Perfect.
Perfect. I hit that perfect.
And it was about where you hit the 12 ball. Again, an amateur might break them up hard. And you didn't have to do that. All you had to do was touch the ball enough to get it out for him to be able to make it into the corner pocket.
12 in the corner.
Balls are wide open from this spot.
4 more open balls at the stripe, and then the 8 for the win. And this will put Efren on the hill with just 1 game away from winning it all.
How would that change Efren's life?
15 inside.
Making sure he doesn't do that clink again.
I would imagine that Efren Reyes will be every bit the pool hall rat, to borrow the basketball term, the gym rat phraseology that he was before he entered this tournament. As we've already talked about, pool is such a way of life for him and some of the other Filipino players that are here.
Well, you know, after this tournament, win or lose, there's a good chance that Efren is going right to the pool hall. I mean, absolutely
right.
He's probably going right to the pool hall.
Well, I didn't like that shot, what he just did.
Well, he put himself on the rail.
He left himself on the rail. Probably one of the only areas on the whole pool table that would make this now difficult. And if you don't, it is absolutely the pressure. This is very uncharacteristic-like for his positioning.
Clunk. Thanks. No problem.
Got it.
Earlier in the tournament, Efren played fellow Hall of Famer Buddy Hall, known as the Rifleman.
10 in the corner.
And beat him 8-0.
Efren's laughing right now at his positioning.
14 in the corner.
Well, he's in an okay spot there, isn't he?
He's fine. It's just not exactly where he wants. And I think you can just, you know, it's just the tension building up, and you can just feel it. He's this much closer to $200,000 in his pocket.
He's real close now. He's starting to smell it. He drops the 8-ball here. He needs just one rack to become the new king of the hill.
And he has the break.
A 7-5 lead for Efren Reyes.
1 game away. He has the break.
Adding to the mystery of Efren Reyes, none of us are privy to whatever it is he's saying to his corner people.
Mike is probably just wondering if he's going to get a chance to even get to the table again.
Yeah.
I mean, Efren obviously can, if he makes the ball on the break, could run the table and just win it all.
Well, there's been a few times that Efren has broken the balls that nothing went in.
Lead 7 games to 5 in set 2.
Mike has to hope for that.
Mike Sigel has been to 117 final championship tables. He's won 105 of those.
Yeah.
Efren keeps the possession. He'll keep his cue in his hand as he drops the ball on the break.
Here's his break.
And this is going to be just the only thing that he has to worry about here is the choice that he makes.
So this is not a hugely troublesome layout.
Not at all.
Unless he falters here, Mike Sigel could be packing his bags and giving up his crown.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Unless he misses. And with this layout, I don't see that happening.
Biggest prize money in the history of the game.
And Mike Sigel losing at a championship table is a rarity, as we've just addressed. Rarer still, in fact, it's never happened where Mike Sigel has lost in a 2-out-of-3 set championship format.
Lost me the whole fucking match.
Now, Efren Reyes has just taken his time on this. I mean, this is it. This is it. He can take as much time as he needs to make sure he's going to get in perfect line with every single shot.
You know, this King of the Hill comes up annually at the International Pool Tour. We have matches all over the world for our tour players and open championships where people, men and women of any age, can try to qualify to play on our tour. I'd encourage everyone to go to www.internationalpooltour.com to get all the information on our schedule of tournaments, events, and qualifiers.
I can tell you one thing. I've told my children for years. That was a great shot that he just made because he had only half a pocket there. But I told my kids for years they always wanted to play pool. And I'm like, no, don't.
One in the corner.
And now with the new IPT, I'm telling them, go ahead, go play pool.
You can earn millions, exactly.
You can actually earn a lot of money,
For the first time in history, the IPT is now offering pool players a chance to earn the type of money that the PGA players make and other professional athletes.
Efren Reyes is on the verge of climbing the hill and knocking off one of the most highly decorated players this sport has ever seen.
3 more balls plus the 8 for the $200,000 first prize.
God, what did that do? Oh,
He's cracked that Cheshire Cat-like smile a couple of times, almost like he feels bad about winning in the fashion he has.
He hasn't really done anything.
He's a pretty fearless player, too.
The only thing he has to, the only position on this table that he could end up in that he can't make the 8-ball would be behind this ball right here. That's the only place he does not want to get.
And he's perfect.
This is it, folks.
Look at him.
The fans responding to Efren Reyes. He's won this crowd over. Mike Sigel came here a favorite, certainly in his own mind.
Set, match.
And a crowd favorite as well. A new King of the Hill.
Efren Reyes.
Wow. How excited is he right now?
Oh, he must be absolutely. There's Renee Sigel, very disappointed, obviously. A historic match, historic proportions, largest prize money in the history of the sport. Over $1 million was given away in this tournament with the 43 best pool players from all over the world. And Efren Reyes comes away the champion. Dramatic fashion, beating men, women to get here against Mike Sigel. And Efren continues to have the title of never losing when the big money is on the line.
Mr. Mike Sigel.
For Mike Sigel, he really could never recover after the slow start today, guys.
I'll take this. Well, I wish it would have been closer. I mean, it was one of those things. This guy's a tough guy right here. I know that. But things happen. That's how this game is. This is the toughest game there ever is. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, I really, really felt like I was going to play absolutely like how I kind of got started there in the second set, and I got beat 8-0. He played great. I do want a rematch now. That I definitely want. But no, he played great. I mean, it's a lot of pressure out here. You know, I don't know if people are saying maybe I didn't play in the tournament. That's the first time that's ever happened where, you know, all the other players were playing a lot. I mean, I got nothing to say. I mean, he played good and he won. I mean, that's, I guess I can just go home and sulk while I put this $100,000 in the bank.
Thank you. I would like to present to the new King of the Hill, Mr. Efren Reyes, his award for his fabulous match play. $200,000. Do you want to say a few words?
Okay. Well, this is too much money for me now. You know, if I don't beat you like 4 games in a row, I might lose for this match, you know. That I get lucky at you. If you play like the same years before, maybe I don't have a chance. Anyway, thank you for everybody. And thank you for the IPT tour and for all the staff. And of course to Mike Sigel. Thank you.